I'm playing to win the biggest trophies.
I'm on the top of the world.
Well then, semi-final time is here in Berlin. And there is one man that we welcome out to the stage first and foremost. The Phenom, the Danish wonder kids, now one of the best in the world. But could he become world champion here in Berlin? He is 2 matches away from making that dream a reality. A massive win in the round of 16, and then a quarter-final 7-2 thriller against Tezers put him in an unbelievable position. But on the other side of that, there is a dream story, which we have to build, and we will continue to build as well. Let's bring him out to the stage now, and he's the Moroccan. And here he comes, representing not only Raja Casablanca, not only Morocco, but the whole of Africa as well. He is living his dream here in Berlin. He's already picked up $70,000, and he's got this crowd on their feet. Can he continue this fairy tale story and take down one of the best players in the world? Only time will tell. 2022 world champion of it and 2019 Spanish league champion. Gravison joins me in the booth for this one. I mean, that's the question mark, Gravison. Can he? I know you predicted that Anders would go and win this game, but what has he got to do to make it happen?
At the moment, he has to just be fearless, because I do think it's a semi-final. You're in a top 4 situation in which you gotta progress to gold pots to the final, and I do think if you're scared of Anders' aura, in a way he's gonna get demolished, because as we saw Hessers that first 30 to 30 minutes, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, and I do think that's because in a way he respected Anders too much, and I do think if he wants to win, he has to lose that respect for Anders.
But we were speaking before we came onto the commentary area. You said you're not sure if Xcharif is good enough to try and take down Anders. Look, he's in a semi-final, but he's got a very different opponent in front of him.
Like, we have seen crazy things in this tournament. We have seen everything, and every time if I have expected someone to win, they lost. But I've also every time expected Anders to win, and he's the only one who was the favorite in every match, and who won also every match. So I think Anders is just gonna play his style, just keep everything the same, and I think he will beat everyone like this.
Well, we're going into it live right now. Let us know at home, who are you backing in Berlin to go into the grand final? Remember, this match is worth $150,000. A win here puts you into the gold pods. It puts you on to the main stage in Berlin, and you would be 1 win away from being the first ever player to pick up that FC Pro World Championship trophy. I mean, I spoke to Anders before this game kicked off, and he said, nothing against the rest of my competitors, but this bracket, this top 4, if I don't take this World Championship, I'll never forgive myself.
Yeah, I think there are some players Anders don't want to play against. For example, Obrun, he's out in the tournament. I think someone is also Emre Yilmaz. He don't like to play against him, and he's out now. So I think it's the best chance Anders ever had to win the World Championship. And I think Anders is also so good, so he also will be on the next World Championships, and he also get the chance there. But still, I think this is the best opportunity to win.
Well, here he goes then. Semi-final number 1. Anders Verjgang against Xcharif. Only one of them will book a spot in this year's FC Pro World Championship Grand Final. That one is the big jackpot match, $250,000 on the line. But a win here, Grav, it's not bad, is it? 150k.
It's not that bad at all. I could take that money and bring it home. But I do think, coming up to this match, if we talk about the analysis, if we talk about the things that could happen, let's see if Xcharif is able to attack with both fullbacks, which I think could be dangerous for him if Anders is able to press and get on those counter-attacks, those 3v3 situations. And let's see if he's able to do the player locks he was doing in the counter-attack when he was building up from the back. Let's see. A lot of stuff may be coming in, and I do think Anders is going to be comfortable in those counter-attacks.
Yeah, but I think I saw that he plays still with both wing-backs, offense.
Could be an early chance for Anders! Not even 6 minutes it's in! And he's already cooking! And you just feel like when he scores that first goal, Gravison, he just settles into the game. Any nerves that were there just disappear.
It looks like it was just an easy goal. The way Xcharif just selected the first centre-back to try to press, it was kind of a mistake because the other centre-back took that position. Now the left-back is open, it's 2v1. And again, with the way Saka just enters those positions, it seems like this is the MVP for Anders in a way. So Saka has been playing amazingly, not only in the quarterfinals, but now in the semi-finals, first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, also on last match, you remember that finesse shot, the 2-0 of Anders. I mean, Saka played really good in this tournament, and I think Anders scored in every match in the first 10 minutes the 1-0, so he's every time up, he can play confident, he's never down.
He's only conceded a maximum of 3 goals in one match here in Berlin. He's played 4 in the tournament so far, conceded 9 in total, scoring 23 now. It's one of the best defensive records we have seen from the Romanian players in the competition. Xcharif has made a bit of a joke about certain matches where he's been in. For example, when he lost his first opening game and he lost 7-5 against Dome, he went, look, he plays these scenarios in his head, Gravison, of imagine if I lose my first group game, then I go and top the group. He went and did that. Imagine if I get out of my group and make it to the knockouts. He did that. Imagine if I can get through to the final day and be in the final 8. He's also done that, and he's also in the semi-final, so you can never count him out. Here's Anders now with those trademark step-overs. Can't find the way past Saliba. We can see your comments and support coming in from around the world. Lots of love for both of these two competitors here.
As we can see, the Moroccans are turning up. Let's go, Xcharif. He has the whole support of the whole country behind him, which can be, of course, huge pressure on your shoulders, but it can also put you in the situation in which you're playing against Anders, and you might think of yourself as the player to beat him and eliminate him of the World Championships.
Yeah, I think I can agree with you, but still I think also if Xcharif goes out here in top 4, I think the whole nation will still be proud of him.
For sure.
I think every Moroccan can be proud of Xcharif for reaching that crazy achievement. But of course, like, it's just 1-0, he's just 1-0 down, and he wants to lift the trophy at the end of the day.
As we said, you're looking at the best 4 players in the world this year. It is an unpredictable Final 4. Not many would have expected on paper when you looked at the 32 that travelled here a few days ago. Let us know at home as well. We'll just queue up a poll if we can of a prediction of who you think will come out on top on this game. It'll be curious to see the support Xcharif has. We'll cue that poll very soon. To get involved, let us know. Just type the player's name in the chat who you think will come out on top. Remember, on the opposite side of the bracket, you've got Yuval Belli, winner of the Portuguese Liga Pro. Penalty, maybe! Oh, no! A bit too aggressive there, William Saliba. And this could be a really dangerous situation to get into. Off steps R9, down the middle. It's a cheeky Panenka. And it's ice cold from Anders Verjgang.
Again, the way he switched up the play from John Stones to Joselu, twisting and turning for a bit. He found Saka on the inside, and the tackle was a bit too unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I think he was also a little bit too late with the centre back, so the player switch was not perfect in that case, and Anders is someone who punished that.
And again, Saka, the main man, scoring the first goal, now provoking a penalty.
Yeah.
So for people at home, he's expensive, but if you have the coins, maybe you should be looking at your next wingman.
Just a celebration grab. 20 minutes in, he's 2-0 up. He's pulling out a Cole Palmer and a Panenka from the spot. So he's pretty unfazed that he's in a semi-final worth this much. We asked for a poll, and look, there's a lot of support for the Moroccan, which you can clearly see with the poll that's come through, which is still live now. Who do you think will make the grand finals here in Berlin? As it currently stands, Anders is 2-0 up and could be on his way to a third there. Referee's going to pull that one back. What do we fancy from this far out? It's a pretty poor free kick. Xcharif will be able to get himself back in possession just to calm himself into this one. How important is it that he keeps his mental here with it? Because this is not just a semi-final, but you're 2-0 down so early on.
Yeah, I think like the important thing is that you don't lose your mind, because you're 2-0 down against against the best player in my opinion. So you just have to stay focused. You just have to be still confident that you can beat him. And yeah, Xcharif also needs to create chances to score, because now I think he didn't even shoot on the goal, so it's hard.
Chance to break for a third, maybe one pass that no one saw, except one man.
It's just too good at the moment. It's just too good, Umar. I mean, it's every single time the same. He passes it to Joselu, he creates a space, passes it to Saka, and now he's in danger because he's attacking with all the attackers against the defenders, but it seems like there's no one that's going to be able to stop that player switch into Joselu and then the passing to Saka.
Yeah, and exactly, and as we see, also no one can create many chances against Anders. It's not possible. You're not even coming in his half. So it's so crazy to defend him first and then to score against him. So I don't know how you can beat him in this tournament.
Big chance, Xcharif, can he make the most of this? It's the first time we've really seen him get into Verjgang's box. I don't mean to look back on that quarter-final, but it's reminded me of it.
It's similar.
Jesus was 4-0 down by the 30th minute. We could be in a very similar scenario here. It's just such a ruthless start. Especially in a match of this magnitude on it. Does not seem to faze RB Leipzig's player at all. Play a lot there, trying to be matched up. Dinked in towards the back post to Mbappe. Can he then work it back in? It's a touch that's not great. Off the back there of Mbappe.
That's unlucky, but that's the way you got to attack. When Anders was pressing with John Stones and he got caught out of position, you got to attack, you got to go forward. Because even though he was unlucky with the way the ball bounced from the back of his striker, that's the way you got to just put Anders on the back foot, because if not, he's going to keep attacking and keep scoring.
He's had so much joy as well with that Bukayo Saka in-game item. Joselu, Mbappe, times it green. Fortunately, does get saved there by Schmeichel, because that could have been ugly.
He's just playing perfect. Anders is really playing perfect. Again, like, he's taken in every attack Joselu with him.
Yep.
And he's so good, he's so clean. Every time, in the perfect timing, he's just passing the ball to his striker. And he creates so many chances, it's crazy.
That's unlucky.
Still going to fall back to, though, isn't it?
And again on Joselu.
Same.
Yeah.
Long ball pass play style, switches up the play. And it's just so many players there. Look at Saka.
Joselu, Saka, is he going to go on his own? Saka on island cricketer!
Crazy.
We're not even at half-time! And he might be on his way to a grand final. Apologies for the unsavoury language there in the celebrations.
It seems like there's not really an answer to the way Anders is attacking. He switched up the play, you have Joselu, Saka, another striker in there, and then obviously it was a great goal by Anders, but the defense was really poor because he panicked with the tackle.
I think, like, in his mind, he's 3-0 down. He just wants to get the ball really fast. But if you're defending like this against Anders, he will punish you for sure. And I also think it's not the last goal we see of Anders in this match.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Just the difference in level that...
Again, same. That's into Joselu. Starts from here.
He's going to work it all the way across.
His left stick dribbling is so good.
Can we just say as well, in those 4 goals, correct me if I'm wrong, we haven't seen any headers
No.
in the 4 goals.
No, I think Haaland is just for corners. Like,
yeah,
he's like crossing really rare.
As much as this is going to sound a bit, I guess, difficult to explain, but he doesn't enjoy this aerial plus meta. I know he has to lean into it, and he's got Oslo at right back, so he can't talk too much, but he's not constantly looking to cross it and flick it down and use a out-way course and Haaland. Yes, he uses a corner from time to time, but if he speaks to him openly, that's why I enjoyed that 95 rated mode in the Euros so much, because players couldn't be as deadly from those areas in the aerial plus meta.
He doesn't like to cross, and I don't think if in a match it's a 3-3 result, and Anders is suffering, he could then go for a cross. But in the way he's attacking now, he's just finding that long ball pass play style. He switches up the play, so why should you attack any other way? You're scoring 4 goals. It seems like Xcharif doesn't have an answer to the way Anders is attacking. He has to keep scoring like that.
Yeah, I think like how Anders is attacking now, cross would also be useless because like he's scoring in every attack. He has a great spot in every attack. So if you're just crossing, sometimes it's random with crosses. Sometimes you win the header, sometimes not. Sometimes it's go in, sometimes not. So just keep playing like that, and you will just score many goals, like so far in the tournament.
Well, look, Fib, as we said, he scored 4 very different goals so far. Somebody's had a closer eye on all the action this first half is our very own Ryan Purcell. Ryan, what have you got for us?
Thank you, Brandon. In a tournament where we've seen the favourites seem to get eliminated game on game, Anders continues to deliver, and that is exactly what he's done in this game. We're going to take a look at his first goal. You'll see the clip play on here. 5 minutes in, Anders starting off extremely well again in this game. It all stems from a triggered run to Haaland, and as it plays on, you'll see there's not a lot of support. If you can stop it just here, he's got Mbappe here. The reason why Mbappe stuck his arm out, he's triggered a run. So he's tapped L1, pointing the analog stick in Mbappe's direction. Mbappe runs to support, the clip plays on perfectly, and you'll see everything just falls into place. R9 there, slightly away from Mbappe, opens up the space, a simple pass, another pass again to Saka, and a shot across goal. A very simple finish, and Anders has been sensational. Xcharif has had a tough game, but he's still got time left to get back in this game, but when Anders is playing like this, it's going to be very, very difficult. Let's head on back to the casters for the second half.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a real difficult scenario for Xcharif. He's had such a good tournament up to this point. And if you haven't been aware of the money that is on the line here in Berlin, $1 million in total, 250,000 going to the champion today. You wouldn't believe that this game has $150,000 on the line, but how one player has been playing it.
Graf, what would you change now if you're Xcharif?
I think if I was coaching, wow, we'll talk about that in a second. Oof, that was lucky. That should have been probably a 5-0. I do think he has to kind of miss the respect. If you, as we can see the prize pool there.
That's what they're playing for, Grab, isn't it? This is the sort of third line down at the moment. We're in the third, fourth matchups. You win this, you don't just double your cash, you get an extra 10k on top as well. And then you're playing for another $100,000 in the grand final. Crazy, crazy prizing on the line. Anders looking for goal number 5.
And what you were asking, but I don't think he has to change anything defensively, but offensively, he has to lose the respect he has for Anders now. Because, as you can see now, that's better because he's attacking, he's going forward, he's trying his skills.
He have to use his good dribbling like in the games before. I think now he just played a little bit way too slow. Just don't want to lose the ball. A little bit too scary. And I think he has something like pressure on now.
He could probably make some tactical adjustments as well with the width and with the depth, because there has to be a way in which you can stop that long ball pass from Stones into Joselu. But that's tough because with the way he's playing now, I don't think it's always going to be a 2v1 situation with Joselu and Saka against the other fullback.
He's been so aggressive now. What a pass that is. Can Bellingham get around the goalie? Yes, he can! 5-0. In a World Championship semi-final. We may as well start writing his name into the next round.
And even when you're defending perfectly, really mad, because with Saliba, he covered the run, then he tackled. But again, Bellingham, he's just too quick. He found the space for a pass into a striker. Quick and easy. 5-0. Could you imagine Anders winning this tournament? Not only winning it, but the way he's winning. Like,
the way.
he's destroying everyone.
With 9-minute halves, Grav, if you're not on it and you can't find a way into the game, you are in serious trouble.
Umut, he's pointing at you.
Oh. He's always like this.
Can't you imagine the confidence you have to have at this moment in which you're winning 5-0 in the semi-final and you still have the time to think, okay, Umut is there commentating, so I'm gonna point at him. So he looks at me and then they do a celebration. Can't you imagine the confidence you have to have?
You have to have this confidence. I mean, he was, I think, never down in this tournament so far.
Never.
And I think he always scored in the first 10th minute the first goals. He was leading all the time. No one can even be close to him, close to beat him. I mean, like, there wasn't even a close match in this whole tournament. I mean, that is crazy tournament from him, and he's just playing perfect.
The closest game he had came yesterday in that round of 16, where it was actually goalless for about 35 or 40 in-game minutes against Johnny, and then as soon as the first goal goes in, everything falls apart, so it seems, for the opponent.
Yeah, we were talking about this this morning. The way he was in the first half, he could have gone 2-0, 3-0. Even Johnny could have scored a couple of goals, but from that kickoff, that press was insane. And then in just a minute from the kickoff, he scores 1-0, and as you mentioned, Brandon, the goals kept coming.
Three in-game minutes left, and then we can start building up the fact that he's going to be...
It's R9 winning so many balls.
This grand final. See this attack coming first from Anders Verjgang. He looks for another one. It's defended well. We are going to head down to Case just for a split second. Fair play as well to Jesus for sticking around still here in Berlin. Case, how is Jesus first and foremost? I mean, look, just talk to us about how good Anders is.
Yes, let's chat exactly about that. First of all, congratulations on making top 8. You did just lose to Anders, but we need to know what makes him such a great competitor.
I mean, if we talk about player, he's just best in the game. Not only on the mental side, but also in the game side. So, you know, when you have to play him, you have to perform to your best or you can't beat him. I mean, now I see what can be their opponent, and I don't think he's gonna lose. I mean, he's too strong.
Do you think anyone can beat him?
No, not now.
All right, well, we will have to see. Jesus, thank you very much. You had a great run.
Just I hope to not jinx him, because he deserves to win the trophy.
All right, well, we will have to see how all of this ends up. Thank you so much, Jesus. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Case. What a sport as well. Jesus is lost 7-2 in the last round. Still here supporting the rest of the competitors. And I'm sure we'll see him back again next year. Italian champion and still a top 8 finish is something that he should definitely be proud of. See the comments coming in from you at home. Ricky Six saying, must give credit where it is due. Anders is just on another level. I saw someone in the chat also saying, look, his player locks are great. He's composed in 1v1 areas. Someone even said, FC24 is just Anders. And at the moment, I think it could be his game.
Yeah, I think like no one is playing like him. This point of game, like as we said, no one is even close on this level. I mean, here the 32 best players in the world, and
would I be right in saying as well, as a teammate, he doesn't even, of course he practices for a tournament, but he doesn't always grind the hours of practice. For example, we were speaking yesterday, you would play for 10 hours, so to speak, come into a game.
Yeah.
Compared to Anders, what sort of reps is he putting in?
He's by far the guy like who practiced the least of everyone. I think he's just talented. I think just his mind is too crazy. He knows every time what his opponent is doing. He knows what he have to do, and like this mechanics, normally you have to train that every day, 6 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours. But he don't do that. He don't train that. But he's still the best in it. So I can't understand it. I just think, okay, it has to be something, for example, like Messi. He's just the most talented I've ever seen.
It's really interesting the way, if you're a pro player, if you're anyone at home, and let's say you want to try to implement things on your gameplay. So you know Saka has the technical dribbling, so if you're using Saka for, let's say, 10 days to 15 days, you're abusing the technical dribbling. Yeah. You know Saka has the playstyle clause of finesse, so you got to train the finesse for 2 weeks. And it seems like Anders, he understands things, so he knows the technical dribbling just works in a certain way. So if he wants to use the technical dribbling, he'll learn that in a day.
Yeah,
in an afternoon.
I also think the same. Like he will learn that so fast. But I also talked with him and I said like, you're probably really one of the best without playing. How good you would be if you would play more. Maybe he would also be worse. I don't know. But I just wanted to see it. But he's not practicing. Like of course he's practicing sometimes, like he's not chilling the whole day and do nothing. But still, compared to the other players, he's not playing that much.
It's basically that. What Umut's is talking about is probably people that are here in this tournament are playing 8 to 10 hours a day, even 6 hours a day. Anders is nowhere near that level, nowhere near that many hours of training a day.
Still not done yet. 15 minutes left in this game. I mean, we can start speaking about as well. Xcharif fought tournament. He's had Gravison. Regardless of this result, regardless of the result in yes, even in the round of 16 game, if he didn't make it through, just getting here, getting into the top 32, representing Morocco. This could be even worse though, just offside. But he has done so much in this one tournament.
Incredible. From play-ins to group stage, then round of 16, quarterfinals, now semi-finals. He has to be proud of himself because the way he just competed, I don't think anyone expected.
Chance for another 6-0. Anders Verjgang leads, and he's on his way back to another grand final.
He's enjoying himself now.
Yeah, and he was again pointing at me. So. Yeah, and I think also not only Xcharif can be proud of him. I mean, the whole country can be proud of him. The whole team next to him, his coach can be proud of him. And also the fans were here and was supporting him. They were screaming all day when he scored. I mean, they can be really proud, not on themselves, but also on him. He did really good and he played an amazing tournament.
I do think I chatted about this with Edu Castellano, Ancelo's coach, Matias Bonas's coach as well. And it seems like when you're playing here in the World Championships, the pressure gets to you. So maybe you play at your 70%, your 60% because you're kind of aware of the stakes. And it seems like Anders is just enjoying himself. And I do think Anders is one of the few players that is really here enjoying what he's doing. And that's why I think he's playing at 100%. And it seems like this, when he's playing with the crowd, in the semi-final of the World Championship, he's just enjoying the game.
Yeah, exactly. I think the same. Like, I think the same. Like he's enjoying it here, but like if you compare to different players, they're not nervous at home, and it's better when they're not nervous. But I think if Anders plays at home, he's not nervous. But he don't care that much. I think he need that. He need to play big tournaments. He need to play on the big stage. He need that everyone watching him, and he need that. And now he's angry because his player didn't score the 7-0 or 6-0. I don't know. That's the point why he's weird. Everyone else would just play, get the win, and he's watching that now. So I don't understand him.
Well, you may have seen his controller in his hand there for Anders Verjgang. It is the same controller, believe it or not, that he went 536 games unbeaten with in Weekend League. I don't know how he's got battery still. All the analogs still work, but the controller seems to be doing pretty well at the moment, Gravison, as he's leading here. But you just saw the reactions of him were saying, just a perfectionist.
I also don't know. Like the game is over, it's done, and he pressed start. I'm sure that he pressed start and not Xcharif pressed start to watch it again.
Just to go back over that time green shot of how it didn't hit the target. Last 16 game minutes, then we'll be jumping over to the other semi-final, which again, what an opportunity for one of those two to get themselves into a grand final, Jafonza or Yuval.
He's going for the 7th. He's not going to stop.
He will not stop.
Back to what you were saying, Graham, about him just enjoying playing in front of crowds. He's always said as well, opening with our conversations to him, like he loves personality in players across all different sports around the world. And he just wants to give a little bit of that out. Yes, it can come across in the opposite way sometimes. outside of the pitch as well. After that final whistle was being blown, respectful as ever. You can't underestimate the pressure that he's certainly under as well. Receives so much attention on social media and in these tournaments. Still thrives through it. 6-0 up in a semi-final.
The way he's defending still. He's playing now against a diamond formation, and he's able to defend that, which is, I'm telling you, really hard when 6 players are attacking.
I can confirm as well, as his full-time result is about to come in. Pause again, yeah, well, that's not gone into the back of the net.
Is he gonna check the replay again?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like you know, it's how? Let me how? And now he's
checking the replay again.
It's green against the balls, and now he's...
Keeper is going this side.
Of course, he's right. It have to be a goal, but no one will care if it's 6-0, 7-0.
Just wanted to say, with this result, as soon as that full-time whistle blows, I can confirm over $500,000 in prize earnings at 18 years of age, confirmed.
Second year competing. I mean, he's won 2v2. He's won now this. He's won the Euros last week, and it seems like he'll just keep going. Doesn't seem like it's gonna stop now.
Yeah, and I also think he will be the first player that reached the million.
Just a perfectionist in so many ways there, but he knows the mechanic, he knows what he's done, it deserves to be a goal. It's about to be a full-time result there. Commiserations, Xcharif, what a tournament you've had. You've certainly made your club and country proud. But it will be Anders Verjgang that heads on through to the grand final of this year's FC Pro World Championship. And he gets there without conceding a single goal, Gravison.
I think we've got to talk about Xcharif, the way he had his whole country behind him. It was his first time competing in a World Championship. Not only did he perform up to a level, he surpassed it. I mean, top 4 result in a World Championship, that's a thing that...
play-ins.
Yeah. Who would have expected a play-ins player qualifying to the top 4?
No one.
And now we got twice.
Have 2 of them. We got 2 of them. And Anders, it seems like the way he's attacking, the way he's enjoying himself, the way he's defending Umut, it doesn't seem like he's going to lose that final.
Yeah, I also don't think so. And for Xcharif, I mean, it's good to lose in that way. I mean, it was not undeserved. It was really deserved. So you can just go out the tournament and say, I played a really good tournament, but there was someone who was just better than me. He just beat me deserved, and congrats to him, GG's. And yeah, next year I will be there. Next year I will take my revenge.
Absolutely, look, he should be so proud of what he's achieved, as we said, for Morocco. We've loved seeing your support on socials and in the stream as well today. Unfortunately, his tournament ends there. But for Anders Verjgang, he's in a grand final. As we said, $150,000, he's just bagged with that. If he goes the full way tonight here in Berlin, it'll be $250,000. And not just one individual trophy, Gravison, it could be 2, including the World Championship, which